classmates, sitting here at lunch at work again. So my interview that I did with a volunteer manager was with the Arizona Animal Welfare League and SPCA. That's here in Phoenix. I've actually volunteered for them before, very briefly, and I'm actually writing about them in our paper that we have later on this semester. So after talking to her, what really surprised me the most, I think I asked some pretty good questions. One of them is that I asked her about if she's ever really calculated like the cost or ROI of like one volunteer. So do volunteers actually make the money or actually come up as a cost for them? So what she said, she actually was, really surprised by this question, and she said that's actually a great thing to look at. And even though she does a lot of calculations usually for their annual reports, she said that this is something that she's definitely going to factor in, sometime in the near future. So I was surprised to hear that she hadn't even, thought of that before. But I'm glad that, she did have a lot of good statistics and data already about other things like, retention and how many volunteers and things like that. Besides that, I wasn't, really surprised by much. Everything, seemed pretty straightforward. I asked her like biggest challenges like that she faces with volunteers, whether it be retention or, recruitment. And she was saying how, retention is always an issue, but a big issue for them with volunteers is finding the right volunteers because, in Arizona it's too hot to walk the dogs and, be able to actually volunteer with those activities during the day because it's too hot. So they really need to fill in like their morning spots because they don't really have anyone there in the evening. And it's really hard just because, snowbirds leave here and people that usually have more time. So that was one of the biggest challenges that she faced, which I really hadn't thought of before. But other than that, yeah, it was a great experience. Bye, guys.